guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday. I'm in the backyard. I'm going to be opening up a few boxes with all these suspension parts I'm going to be using on the Fox. In the last video you guys seen, I did a few updates, installed some more weather strips and door handles and whatnot, a few little things. Also did the hydro booster, something everybody recommends to do before you drop the engine in. I'm probably going to be putting the car on the lift already, getting it racked up, getting it ready to drop that suspension. So today we'll be opening up the box with all the suspension parts that I have for the car and start laying it out and start bolting stuff up together. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's get some of these boxes open. So I restored the factory spindles, grinded them up, cleaned them up, took all the rust off, resprayed them with some Rust-Oleum hammer paint. Holds up pretty good against rust and whatnot. Alright, I got some parts laid out on the table that I opened up already. Starting off with the rack is off of a GT. I ended up cleaning it, hitting it with some degreaser and scuffed it up a little bit, and then I repainted it. I'm going to be removing these and replacing them with some QA1 bump steer. Bump steer kit from QA1. I'm also going to be using the QA1 casters. These things are really nice. Got some UPR motor mounts. Also ended up ordering fresh hubs for the front. Going to be popping these out, and got some nice ARP extended studs. Alright, these are the coilovers I'm going to be running once I slide the shock on there with the casters. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Looks like another string strut. This is a rear brace for the 8.8. Put this to the side. Alright, so we got our hardware. Our grade A bolts. So this is all the hardware for the K-member. These are the arms, the A arms. Alright, put this to the side. Make some room for the K-member. Put these out. Alright, so this is the UPR tubular K-member. It's the same one I run in the taxi. I probably had it in there for 10 years, never had an issue with it. The only difference is this one's silver, the one on the taxi is black. But there she is. This is all the suspension for the front. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to show this right here. So this is the trans mount by Stiflers. This is for the 6R80. This is everything. There's the hardware kit to make it happen. So this should make life easy right here. It's awesome that all these companies make all the parts to make this swap very easy. Alright, let's start by putting these A-arms on. Just realized these are on backwards. The little hole has to face forward for the sway bar, if you have sway bar links. So it's gonna go like that. Alright, slide these on and get my hardware out. Get my hardware out. These are gonna be the ones for the arm. Alright, that's one down. Got to get the passenger side done. Alright. Alright, got the A-arm bolts on both sides through. Alright, K-members all bolted up on both ends. Alright, so this is the power steering rack we're going to be using. I'm going to mock it up on the K-member, and then I'm going to put a piece of tape or mark it with a marker so I know how far back in I have to go once I reinstall the bump steers on it and the kit. Alright, I got one bump steer on with the spacers on there. This is what factory looks like, and that's what aftermarket looks like. It's nice. Alright, going to be installing the spindle back on the K-member. Just goes like that. Just goes here. Alright, that's how it looks with the spindle on. Going to put the nut that goes on there. Once I snug it, I got the pin to make sure that doesn't back out. I ended up re-pulling the power steering rack back off because I forgot that the K-member came with bushings for the power steering. So these are the OEM ones. They send you two different options. It's total of 4. I don't just have 2 and 2. But if you're not running a bump steer, you use just the regular straight ones, just kind of like the factory. But when you're running the bump steer, you use these offsetted bushings. Alright, just got done assembling the K-member with the bump steers. Properly secured the K-member with the bolts and fresh bushings. Got the A-arms done. Also did the cotter pin on the A-arms, the A-arms to the spindle. I'm going to be popping these out next. That way I get ready to install the extended studs. So let me get a hammer, start popping those out. Alright, got the old studs popped out. I got all the new ARP bolts I'm going to be using. This is the lubricant I'm going to be using. It's just some Ford lubricant. I mean, any type of lubricant that will help to put on the threads. This is the tool. And I got a set of open end lug nuts I'm going to be using to push them through. Get those out. Alright, so I'm just going to apply some lubricant on the splines right here of these studs, and then just a little bit towards the end right here where it's going to get a little hot. This will help it push through. Find the spot, put that on there, start your lug nut. Alright, got it on there. It's pressed on there. Just give it gas. There you have it. Stud is installed. You always want to make sure that this is flush. Alright, both hubs are done. Studs are all pulled through. You're ready to be slapped onto the spindle mount. Hub nuts right here for the wheel hub. Alright, let me get my sockets out. Alright, about to snug up the hub bolts using a 36mm with my 1/2 inch. Snug this up. Alright, hubs are installed. Front suspension is pretty much all done. So this thing's just ready to bolt up on the engine. So my plans are to bolt this up to the engine while it's on the engine stand, and once that's on there, I'm planning to put the K-member and the engine on these metal roller carts, raise the car up, and just slide the engine in and lower the car, make life easier, bolt up the K-member, and should be it. Should be wrapped up. Alright, but that'll do it for today's video. About to go inside and chill in the AC. Thanks for tuning in. I'll check you guys out on the next video. Y'all guys be safe out there. Peace.